kick. Nia still.
Naomi's recent match against Nia Jax was supposed to be a career-defining moment, showcasing her athleticism and connection with fans. Instead, a wardrobe malfunction exposed serious gaps in WWE's safety protocols and backstage support, turning what should have been triumph into distress. The viral footage sparked global attention, raising urgent questions about performer welfare, corporate responsibility, and gender equity in professional wrestling. Beyond the immediate humiliation, Naomi's experience highlights systemic issues that affect all performers. This story is not just about one incident. It is a call to examine and reform an industry culture that too often prioritizes production over people. A night that should have been triumph. The WWE Universe witnessed what was supposed to be an exciting SmackDown match between Naomi and Nia Jax. But behind the spectacle, Naomi faced challenges that no athlete should endure. What fans saw on screen was only part of the story. Behind the scenes, a series of failures turned what could have been a career-defining performance into an ordeal that tested her professionalism, focus, and resilience. For years, Naomi has dedicated herself to perfecting her craft, demonstrating athleticism, charisma, and a unique ability to connect with fans. This night, however, revealed how even the most talented performers can be undermined by factors outside of their control. Equipment and preparation failures. Sources close to the situation reveal that Naomi's gear for the match was not her usual custom-fitted attire. A last-minute substitution had been made, leaving little time for proper fitting or testing. For a professional wrestler, equipment that does not fit correctly can directly impact performance, safety, and confidence. In this case, Naomi was forced to adjust and compensate mid-match, all while maintaining her focus on delivering a high-quality performance for the live audience and viewers at home. Experts in athletic wear and costume design note that proper preparation and inspection of performance gear are essential for avoiding accidents or malfunctions. Facing challenges in real time. From the moment the bell rang, it became apparent that Naomi was dealing with more than just her opponent in the ring. Observers noticed subtle adjustments, gestures, and body language that suggested discomfort and distraction. Nia Jax, aware of her colleague's predicament, reportedly adapted her own approach to provide Naomi with opportunities to manage the situation without compromising the match. This demonstrated both athletes' professionalism and teamwork under pressure. The difficulty of balancing competitive performance with a personal equipment crisis is nearly unimaginable for viewers, highlighting the often unseen challenges wrestlers face behind the scenes. The role of management and production. While Naomi was navigating the match with grace and resilience, WWE's response highlights systemic issues within the company. Sources indicate that ringside officials and production personnel did not intervene in a way that prioritized performer safety or comfort. Instead, the match continued as scheduled, with the broadcaster capturing moments of distress that should have been managed proactively. Reports suggest that the company's initial response prioritized controlling the narrative and protecting corporate interests rather than ensuring the well-being of a performer. In professional sports entertainment, the balance between storyline continuity and athlete care should always favor the latter. Professionalism amidst adversity. Despite the difficulties, Naomi continued performing at an exceptionally high level, protecting herself and her opponent while keeping the audience engaged. Observers and experts agree that her ability to maintain composure, make split-second adjustments, and execute complex maneuvers under such conditions speaks volumes about her skill and dedication. This level of professionalism is a testament to her years of experience and training, highlighting why she is considered one of WWE's most talented athletes. Backstage advocacy and solidarity. Following the match, Nia Jax reportedly advocated for Naomi, seeking explanations from WWE management about how such a situation could occur. Their collaboration and mutual support reflect a strong bond and underscore the importance of solidarity among female performers in an environment where they often face unique challenges. This episode has sparked broader conversations within the wrestling community about how talent is supported and how last-minute decisions, miscommunication, or inadequate preparation can create unnecessary risk and stress for performers. Systemic lessons for the industry. Independent analyses of the match and gear have raised questions about quality control, preparation, and performer protection. Experts note that the issues Naomi experienced could have been mitigated through regular inspection, proper personnel assignments, and ensuring that athletes are equipped with tested, reliable gear. This incident serves as a reminder that professional wrestling, like all high-intensity sports, requires rigorous behind-the-scenes planning to safeguard both performance quality and athlete well-being. Industry and fan reactions. The wrestling community's response has been swift and supportive. Fellow performers, both current and former, have praised Naomi's professionalism and resilience. Competing promotions have used the episode as a reminder of the importance of performer care, implementing stricter safety and preparation protocols for female athletes. Fans, too, have voiced their support, highlighting a growing awareness of the pressures and risks that performers navigate in their careers. Social media campaigns calling for accountability and better performer support have amplified the conversation, emphasizing that athlete welfare should never be compromised. Moving forward, Naomi's experience underscores the need for systematic improvements in WWE and the broader wrestling industry. Proper equipment, thorough preparation, clear communication, and a culture of support are fundamental to ensuring that performers can focus on what they do best: entertain and inspire audiences. While the match itself may have been challenging, the way Naomi handled the situation exemplifies resilience, grace, and professionalism. Her ability to maintain performance quality under pressure is a model for other athletes, demonstrating that setbacks can be met with strength and dignity. A call for change. This episode is a wake-up call for the wrestling industry. It highlights how systemic shortcomings, whether in equipment, management, or organizational culture, can impact even the most talented performers. By addressing these issues and prioritizing performer welfare, WWE and other promotions can prevent similar situations from recurring. Naomi's ordeal reminds fans and industry leaders alike that behind the spectacle, wrestlers are real people whose safety, dignity, and professional respect must always come first. Corporate accountability and sponsorship concerns. The intensity of fan scrutiny has already impacted WWE's corporate relationships. Sponsors have reportedly expressed concern about associating with the company during this period, demonstrating that public perception of performer treatment directly affects business interests. Legal experts specializing in workplace safety and employment law have highlighted multiple areas where WWE could be held accountable for inadequate preparation, unsafe conditions, and insufficient supervision of performers. The incident illustrates that even performers classified as independent contractors deserve safe, dignified working conditions, and neglect in these areas can carry legal and reputational consequences. Legal and industry implications. Multiple law firms specializing in entertainment industry litigation have reportedly consulted Naomi's representatives, considering the incident's potential for legal action. The documentation of equipment failure, missed safety protocols, and corporate mismanagement could support civil litigation or even encourage broader industry reforms. Furthermore, This situation raises the possibility of additional cases from other female performers who have faced similar challenges, signaling a shift toward greater accountability for how wrestling organizations manage safety and professional standards. International attention adds another layer, as WWE's global operations may be scrutinized under stricter labor and safety standards abroad. Career and psychological impacts. The wardrobe incident occurred during what could have been a pivotal period in Naomi's career, as she had been gaining momentum toward championship opportunities. Instead of showcasing her athletic skills and character growth, Naomi was forced to navigate a highly stressful situation while performing at peak physical intensity. Wrestling analysts note that setbacks of this nature can affect confidence, focus, and long-term career trajectory. For professional athletes, incidents that compromise safety or dignity can create lasting psychological effects, including anxiety, hesitation, and challenges in regaining previous momentum. Systemic questions about women's wrestling. Naomi's experience has also sparked renewed conversations about WWE's commitment to the evolution of women's wrestling. While the company has invested heavily in marketing campaigns and promotions highlighting female talent, the incident reveals that the underlying infrastructure and safety protocols may not match the public messaging. Other performers have reportedly experienced increased anxiety over equipment reliability and backstage support, showing how one incident can influence an entire roster's confidence and performance. These systemic concerns highlight the gap between corporate narrative and the real-world experiences of athletes. International and industry-wide attention. The situation has drawn global attention, with international wrestling organizations using Naomi's experience to showcase superior safety protocols and performer care. This has put WWE in a position where competitors can demonstrate higher professional standards, increasing pressure for structural reform. The incident has also inspired discussion about performer unionization, collective bargaining, and the need for organized representation to ensure that athletes have a voice in workplace conditions. Regulatory bodies are increasingly examining whether current oversight is sufficient to prevent similar incidents. Media, narrative, and public perception. WWE's attempts to control media coverage of Naomi's incident have only intensified public scrutiny. Several journalists reported encountering resistance or pressure from WWE representatives when attempting to investigate the story, suggesting a tension between corporate interests and independent reporting. The contrast between the widespread social media engagement and the more limited coverage in mainstream sports media has highlighted the power of grassroots attention in holding corporations accountable. Fans, journalists, and independent analysts have worked together to piece together the full story, ensuring that performer safety and workplace ethics remain central topics of discussion. Evidence of systemic negligence. Recent developments indicate that the situation Naomi faced was not an isolated incident. Internal communications and leaked documents suggest that concerns over gear quality and preparation were raised weeks prior to her match, but were inadequately addressed. Complaints from other performers reportedly went unresolved, and technical analyses of the gear reveal flaws that should have been caught through basic inspection. Witness accounts describe a backstage environment where performer concerns were often deprioritized in favor of production schedules and cost-cutting measures, reinforcing the need for systemic reforms. Broader cultural implications. Naomi's ordeal has become a symbol of larger issues in professional wrestling: gender dynamics, power imbalances, and the prioritization of image over safety. The incident has prompted international discussion about how female athletes are treated in high-profile entertainment industries, and how their experiences differ from those of male counterparts. By raising awareness of these issues, Naomi's experience has catalyzed conversations about cultural change, performer protections, and the importance of fostering professional environments that prioritize dignity, equity, and respect. Fan solidarity and long-term influence. The widespread fan response demonstrates a unique form of engagement. Audiences are not only spectators, but advocates, demanding systemic improvements and accountability. Their support for Naomi transcends the usual scope of fandom, reflecting a sophisticated understanding of workplace ethics, athlete welfare, and corporate responsibility. This collective action underscores the influence fans can exert in shaping industry practices, signaling that performers' treatment matters to viewership, reputation, and long-term business sustainability. Moving forward, Naomi's situation offers an opportunity for meaningful change within WWE and the broader wrestling industry. It highlights the need for comprehensive safety protocols, professional support systems, and organizational accountability that extends beyond surface-level marketing campaigns. By addressing the systemic issues revealed through Naomi's experience, the industry can better protect athletes, restore confidence among performers, and demonstrate a commitment to professionalism, safety, and respect. Corporate accountability and legal implications. WWE's handling of the incident has raised serious questions about corporate responsibility. Sponsors and business partners are reportedly concerned about associating with the company during this controversy, illustrating that performer treatment has direct implications for corporate relationships and financial interests. Legal experts specializing in workplace safety and employment law have pointed out potential violations ranging from inadequate safety equipment to negligent supervision. The classification of performers as independent contractors does not absolve the organization from basic obligations to provide a safe working environment. There is also potential for broader civil litigation, as other performers may share similar experiences and seek redress. Psychological and career impact. The incident occurred during a critical point in Naomi's career as she was gaining momentum toward championship contention. Psychological and career impact. The incident occurred during a critical point in Naomi's career as she was gaining momentum toward championship contention. The sudden and public nature of the gear malfunction disrupted her performance and could have lasting effects on her confidence, focus, and career trajectory. Psychological research indicates that athletes who experience traumatic incidents in high-stakes settings can struggle with trust, performance anxiety, and mental health challenges for months or even years. For Naomi, the ordeal has been both a professional setback and a personal test of resilience. Systemic challenges. In WWE, Naomi's experience highlights persistent systemic challenges within WWE regarding the treatment of female performers. Despite significant investment in marketing and promoting women's wrestling, backstage infrastructure, safety protocols, and support systems have lagged behind. Other female performers reportedly expressed concern about their own equipment and safety in the aftermath, creating a climate of heightened anxiety and distrust. The gap between public messaging and internal practices underscores the need for comprehensive cultural and organizational change within the company. Industry-wide and international implications. The situation has drawn attention beyond WWE, with international wrestling organizations using Naomi's experience to implement stricter performer safety protocols and demonstrate higher professional standards. This scrutiny could impact WWE's global operations as other countries enforce stronger labor and safety protections. The incident has also reignited discussions about performer unionization and collective bargaining, emphasizing the need for structured representation to ensure that athletes' voices are heard and that safety and professional respect are non-negotiable. Media narrative and transparency. WWE's attempts to manage media coverage of the incident have been met with skepticism. Journalists reporting on the story have faced challenges accessing sources, suggesting efforts to minimize public scrutiny. Meanwhile, social media campaigns have amplified Naomi's situation, driving awareness and advocating for systemic reform. This contrast demonstrates the power of transparent, community-driven reporting in holding corporations accountable, particularly when official channels fail to address serious issues. Evidence of negligence. Multiple sources suggest that the company was aware of potential problems with performer gear weeks before Naomi's match. Complaints from performers regarding substandard equipment and inadequate preparation reportedly went unresolved. Technical assessments indicate that the gear failure could have been prevented with proper inspection and maintenance. Backstage accounts describe a culture in which performer concerns were deprioritized in favor of production schedules and cost-saving measures. This accumulation of evidence paints a picture of systemic negligence rather than a single isolated incident. Cultural and ethical considerations. Naomi's ordeal has become a symbol for broader ethical and cultural issues within professional wrestling. Gender dynamics, power imbalances, and prioritization of corporate image over individual safety are central concerns highlighted by this event. The incident underscores the importance of fostering an environment where all performers, regardless of gender, are supported, respected, and provided with the tools and infrastructure to perform safely. Industry observers note that addressing these issues requires more than superficial policy changes. It necessitates a cultural shift that values the well-being and dignity of performers as highly as production quality and revenue. Long-term implications for performer safety. The consequences of Naomi's experience extend far beyond her individual career. International wrestling organizations, sponsors, and fans are now paying close attention to how performers are treated, signaling that safety, dignity, and professional respect are increasingly influencing industry standards and recruitment decisions. WWE's handling of the incident will set a precedent for how performer concerns are addressed in the future, and the organization's response, or lack thereof, could shape public perception, legal responsibility, and talent retention for years to come. Naomi as a catalyst for change. Despite the challenges she faced, Naomi's professionalism and resilience have turned her personal setback into a broader catalyst for industry reform. Her ability to continue performing under adverse conditions, coupled with her measured handling of the aftermath, has inspired fans, peers, and advocates to demand accountability and structural improvements. Naomi's situation demonstrates that individual courage can spark meaningful conversation about corporate culture, safety standards, and ethical responsibility within professional wrestling. Conclusion: the SmackDown match between Naomi and Nia Jax was more than an in-ring contest. It was a moment that revealed the importance of proper preparation, support, and care for performers. Naomi's professionalism and resilience under pressure highlight both her extraordinary talent and the urgent need for systemic improvements within WWE. Fans, peers, and industry leaders have rallied around her, reinforcing the importance of safeguarding performers and fostering an environment where athletes can excel without facing preventable challenges. Naomi's story is not just a cautionary tale, it is an opportunity to ensure that all wrestlers receive the respect, protection, and preparation they deserve.